Okay, hopefully you didn't get stuck, but if you did, no problem. This is what that's what this video is for. Follow along while I rebuild this database from scratch. Okay, so the assignment was simply this: create these two tables in a new database in a new project, and then create a relationship between the two using only the visual tools that are available within Visual C# 2010 Express Edition. Okay, so I'm going to close this down or just minimize it. I'm going to open up a new project. I have day 6 homework. And the first thing I'm going to do is right click in the Solution Explorer and select Add New Item. And then I'm going to scroll down to a service-based database. And I'll change the name here to something like, I don't know, mru.mdf. Doesn't really matter. And after a moment or so, we will pop open the database designer. Oh, we're going to cancel this data source configuration wizard. We're going to go to the database explorer, and I'll go ahead and pin it down for a minute. I'll expand this and go to tables, and I'm going to right click and select add new table. I'm going to start with agent. So I'm going to type in agent ID, and this will be of type integer. It will not allow nulls. Code name should be of an nvarchar50. It should not allow nulls. Department, it should be a varchar50 according to our diagram. It should not allow any nulls. Division, so a lot of this is just a typing exercise, but it is typical of your work in designing tables. There's just going to be a lot of rote typing in order to make it all work. And then active since will be a small date time field, and it will not be null. All right, so for the active since, I might just do a get date here, although I really don't have to. So whenever the record's created, it'll automatically put in a date, or the current date, even if one hasn't been set by whatever the client was, whether it's an individual or an application inserting a new record. Okay, and we're going to have some more work to do here on this agent. Remember, we wanted to make this an identity column, so I'm going to scroll down to identity specification and double click the no until it becomes a yes, and I'll leave the increment and the seed alone. And then finally I'm going to select set primary key and then save that, and then call this table agent and click OK. Okay, so next up, let me shut that down. I'm going to add one more table, and we're going to call this mutants in a moment, but the first thing we need is a mutant ID, which is going to be an int and not nullable. Then we're going to need a name, which is an nvarchar50, and it will not be nullable. Then we'll need an address 1, which will be an nvarchar 100, and it will be nullable. And varchar 100, and it will be nullable. City varchar 50, and it will be nullable. A state, which will be a varchar 20, it will be nullable. And a zip, and it will also be a varchar, and this time it'll be 10, and we'll leave it nullable. And then a mutant since, I don't know, just making this up as I go along here, small date time, and we'll not make that nullable according to our diagram. And then assigned to, and this is the key one that we're going to come back to, it's going to be that foreign key relationship. It'll be assigned to a given agent. All right, so what do I need to do? I'll come back to, well, I don't know where my mutant ID column went. I guess oh, there it is. Sorry. Okay, let's scroll down and make this an identity column like we did before. And then I'm also going to make this the primary key for this table and save this as mutant. There we go. All right, so now we have an agent table and a mutant table. I probably should have named those agents and mutants. Made a mistake there. As long as you get close enough, that's fine. All right, so I right-click database diagram, and it says you don't have the right objects. Do you want to add them? Of course I do. So now I'm going to add both tables. So I'm going to use the Shift key on my keyboard and select the first one and the second one, and then click the Add button. And here what I want to do is take the Assign To column. I'm going to drag and drop it on Agent ID and select OK and OK. And now we have a relationship between the two tables, and I'm going to save and just call that diagram 1. And that's it. So that is the finished product. That's all we needed to do for this video. We have two tables. We have defined nullable columns, data types. We've created a foreign key, primary key relationship by creating a database diagram. So we're all set and ready for tomorrow's day 7 videos, where we're going to work more with data instead of just table structures and things of that nature. Okay, so we'll see you in that video. Thank you.